When you think of good franchise representation, what comes to mind? Maybe the Batman Arkham games, or heck, maybe even a Legacy movie. But what the hell is this? LEGO Dimensions was a game that released in 2015 and sold for the price of $100, but people found out that The Simpsons were going to be part of this game. When they did, they were hyped, especially Just Too Good. And the Simpsons pack was the first one to release, but unfortunately, you could already see the cracks. Firstly, it was based on the mysterious voyage of Homer, which for me was definitely a mysterious and odd episode to choose. I would have had something like the hit and run games where maybe you had to do certain tasks, or something based on the Simpsons ride, since of course Krusty Land is already on the Springfield map. And out of all the characters they chose to speak, they chose the Coyote, voiced by Johnny Cash, and Homer didn't have any new lines, they were all just reused. And the other characters like Bart and Marge, of course, were basically just mute. My God! So Bart was given a fun pack, but for some reason he didn't have a voice. And I don't get this at all. You seriously tell me they couldn't get Nancy Cartwright to maybe do some lines or use some old footage? I would have honestly chose the honor roller over the gravity spinner. Now, I think the hub world is sadly even more of a letdown because everywhere is just dead. There's no one walking down the streets anymore, and there's lots of areas that go to waste. And Groundskeeper Willie and other characters' missions just don't work. Now, the story mode and Krusty are the final things I'll talk about. The story mode level is actually not bad. It gave me hit and run vibes when we start in the Simpsons house and slowly make our way outside, where we are of course attacked by micromanagers from the Lego movie. And we're taken into a Skyfall segment, which is definitely reminiscent of the intro to every Simpsons episode. And I think that section wasn't honestly that bad. But then when we land in the power plant, I think this is another good segment where you've got Homer being an absolute dumbass and ruining everything in our way. But this also has its flaws. Here's my proof. Here is G.S. Brooks' guide to beating Meltdown at Sector 7G. Yeah, as you can see, a camera appears. Literally. Boom. I actually don't think the Lord Business fight was too bad, and I think the Joker, oh shit.
I'm so serious.
Anyways, the Joker fight was actually pretty good, and I like how it kind of had a callback to Lego Batman 2 in a way. Krusty. Oh, boy, did he waste a character spot. We could have had a team pack with maybe Marge and Lisa, and the clown bike was definitely not my first choice. I would have rather had the clown limo from The Simpsons Road Rage, but for me, 3 characters is not enough for a series like this. I would have had someone like maybe Apu or Professor Frink. Like, could you imagine this being Frink's vehicle? I clearly see the developers really did want to do something like this, but they kind of went out a bit lazy compared to something like Ghostbusters or Back to the Future. But I actually don't hate The Simpsons in this game, even though I have literally been complaining about it for the last 4 minutes. But it definitely did get the less love it deserved.